Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Colin G with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 479, where Drew and myself will talk about comics originally releasing October the 17th, 2018. But before Drew and myself get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, we got a couple reviews on iTunes, and we were asking people to do that, and we were saying that if you leave us a review on iTunes, we will put you in a drawing for a signed comic. And we had two people pop into that. We had Hobbs Lover, Hobbes Lover, drop a line to say, they are a joy to listen to and provide great information. I concur, sir. And thank you so much for the 5-star review and the wonderful words. And we got this one from D. Ferguson 5. Drew and Kyle are my weekly authority on what's new in comics. I should pick up on, or in what comics I should pick up on the best day of the week, Wednesday. I have successfully scored some significant spec books using their recommendations and read new and exciting titles I potentially would have never grabbed. This podcast is the best, current, informative, inspiring comic podcast that I have found so far. This is a must-listen to for all comic enthusiasts. Great work, fellas. Dave from Buffalo. Or on Twitter and Instagram, he is at Geek Out Therapy. At Geek Out Therapy. Thank you, Dave from Buffalo. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Did he think we were iFanboy? Did he get us confused with iFanboy?
He much of. We must be beside each other. But yes, thank you. Wonderful words. I'd so appreciate it. And through the rest of the year, we'll be collecting those wonderful of you that leave us 5-star reviews and wonderful things on iTunes. And we will be drawing names out to send you a nice signed comic. And we thank you so much for helping get the word out on our podcast, helping move us up the however the algorithms work within the iTunes and Apple ecosphere and structure. We really do appreciate all the love from you guys. So we thank you so much. So Drew, now that we've got the pandering and the things for us out of the way, what's new in the world of comics? I think we got a top 10.
Yeah, we got that coming up. We got some news and notes and things happening. Wolf Warner wanted to make sure we knew that Donny Cates has optioned his God Country series, and he gets to write the screenplay. So
that's awesome. I love the fact that they're keeping him with it and saying, do your thing.
That's neat. It is my least favorite of all Donny Cates' stuff, so, but I'm still I'll check it out. I'll check it out if it ever makes it into the theaters. You never know. So that's pretty cool news. Michael Land-
God Country #1, like cover B, first printing, going for $20 plus shipping. Some for $10. I'm seeing some going for $100. So a lot of really high end God Country moving real good.
Fantastic.
So a lot of people selling their blind box version from the last blind box. So if people got their blind box God Country #1s CGC'd, those are going for big bucks at the moment.
Were those polybagged?
Yeah, those were polybagged and random in there, but apparently there's a really cool cover on them. I'm looking at it now, and
what about my Cosmic? Was that? Oh, that was Cosmic Redneck. Damn, I got my Kate's stuff confused.
Maybe that'll get optioned. We'll talk about that a little.
Yeah, we can talk about that some other time. Michael Lamb says DC definitely deserves props for getting the best artists on their variants and making them open to order and not incentive based.
Yeah.
On a side note, 2 of the shops in my area now pull all the DC cover Bs when they get their orders in. I think it's bullcrap.
That's scumbag territory. Scumbag.
And they wonder why people shop online. That's exactly right. He didn't say how much they were charging, but if it's not, yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's just wrong. They're open to order. There's no risk involved over a regular cover.
And not giving the customer the ability to choose between the two is. I guess if you have a pull box and you pulled that B cover, they would let you have it, but that is kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Just not cool.
Yeah. Non-incentive based, non-ratio based increasing in pricing within a week of release, I think is just scumbag behavior. If it's sitting there for a week or two and they want to throw out extra price on it because it's that, absolutely. But man, that's just wrong.
It is. It is definitely wrong. Zed says, wondering if you saw that DCBS is leaving Memphis and your thoughts on them moving back to Fort Wayne. They mentioned attempting to train and maintain good staff as the issue. The
DCBS, never heard of them.
the people they hired in Memphis just didn't seem to care. My guess, so many customer complaints, losing money by having extra things thrown in boxes, damaged items, etc. Yeah, it's too bad. We were one of those people that complained and left.
And our complaints tended to fall on deaf ears. I lost some good money to DCBS's shenanigans.
Yes. So, we don't want them to go bankrupt.
No. They're good for the comics industry.
They're good for the comics industry, but hope they get their stuff together. And maybe this move was obviously a giant mistake. And I think I called it a money grab when they did it, because you knew they weren't going to pass those shipping savings on to us. They were just going to pocket that extra profit.
No doubt. Who said is this Michael that was talking to us about this?
No, this is a guy named Zed.
Oh, Zed, gotcha.
Let's see. Ice Cream Man has been optioned by Universal. What kind of numbers are we seeing since this news is broken?
Oh man, this book is another hot one. I was on eBay just a minute ago, and people are getting a ton of money for Ice Cream Man #1.
I believe that was a Drew spec pick of the week.
I think that was me.
Was it you?
I think it was me.
Okay. That's back in. Who's going to go back to January and fact check us?
Yeah, not.
I'm going to say it's me.
Yeah, no kidding. You're seeing, $40 for a cover B, more than that for a cover A. Kyle for the win there. You're seeing a guy here. He's got cover issue 1 A and B, issue 2 A and B, 3 and 4, getting 165 plus ship for those first 4 in a cover A B run.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so it is flying. People with a CGC 9.8, he had it offered up at $250. He took a best offer. I'm guessing closer to $200 on that for a CGC 9.8 on that. Issues 1 through 7, cover A, full run, $140. And, yeah.
I bet you Ice Cream Mans are still in back issue bins.
Yeah, no doubt.
So the shops that are asleep at the wheel...
Yeah.
Hop in there. Do a little diving. See if there's any in there.
This is one that's worth looking for.
Yeah, if it's $40, man, and you can buy it for 3 or 4, do that.
Yeah. And it came out in January of this year. I'm going to scroll and look for a print run on it real quick. If I can find it. I am still scrolling. Still scrolling. Perhaps I should use a search function because I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Vamp, brother, vamp.
I'll just move on while you're looking for that. James Gunn is going to write the Suicide Squad sequel. So Marvel's loss is DC's gain there.
Yeah, no doubt.
If he gets some of that Guardians of the Galaxy magic in Suicide Squad, that's going to be pretty hilarious and make it a real fun movie.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Suicide Squad like a lot of people did, but I didn't like it as much as I liked Guardians. So that could be good, right?
Yeah, it could be good. Holy crap, Ice Cream Man #1 print run is under 10,000.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now,
so that's got a high ceiling. So I'm saying strike while the iron's hot, but at that print run, you're good for a while.
Now, a giant mistake I made with Batman the Damned. I did a fixed price, and I just wanted to sell them fast and pocket the money.
I'm a bigger fan of the fixed price. That gets me screwed a lot.
I sold them within like 3 hours of buying them.
And you were getting 30 a piece for them?
30 and 40, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mike Myers over at Geek Brunch and Mike's Weekly Reads must check that out.
And 46 other podcasts.
Yes, and 46 other podcasts. He did his as an auction, and I think he got 60 plus. He didn't free ship it. So, I should do that more often. I hate to shop by auction myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of auctions myself. So I usually just, because I hate them, I
hate having to
self-fit.
be beside a computer at a certain time. I've always got too much going on.
But there is the possibility of making a lot more money on them if you want to go that route. So what do you think with the ice cream man?
I'm seeing a lot of auctions as I was scrolling through with 7, 15, 12 bids each. So there are multiple people hitting them. Anything with less than a day on it had at least 7 to 10 bids on it.
It's crazy. I got to dig through my boxes and find them.
Yeah. Should be your January box.
Yeah. So so far my Walmart Swamp Thing investment has been a bust.
Oh yeah, I've seen him move for 10, 12.
Yeah, 10, 12. I'm not that low. Not really worth my time for 10, 12. So I'm hoping demand is still out there, and I did
closer to Halloween. Maybe the Halloween buzz will kick.
Yeah, but there were the box I saw had about 20 in them.
Mm-hmm.
So they have ordered a lot of them at Walmart. So there's not the scarcity there was with the Batman, Superman, and stuff. So so far hasn't panned out.
You're able to double cover, but some of us.
I guess I mean, are they selling 12 and then with shipping?
Yeah, I saw $11.99 plus ship at one point, but that was a few days ago.
Yeah. I'll try one that way. Because it's just not. Yeah, they're not moving like the last batch. I do have my receipt though. so it's really a zero risk for me. So I'll give it a shot for about 28 days, and then take it in and return them if they don't sell.
That's awesome.
This was on Newsarama today. I think it was Newsarama. I get those spammy sites confused, but DC wishes Batman the Damned nudity had never happened.
Come on now.
Co-publishers Jim Lee and Dan Didio regret the controversy. Jim Lee says, it made us certainly look, and they're even rethinking Black Label as an imprint now.
Come on.
Yeah, it's made us certainly look at what Black Label is and think about whether these elements are additive to the story, and that's something that we'll be mindful of going forward, because I don't think we want necessarily a repeat of what happened with that first issue. Dan Didio said, it's something we wish never happened, because it really took the attention away from what we thought was quality storytelling, and that's not the way we see this imprint. So,
I mean, I want R-rated Batman books. I don't care that you can't put them on digital platforms. Who cares? You know, I don't need more of the same. We have Batman. We have all the other crap. We have Detective. They're all hat in hand, pretty much the same. Go a little harder and give us something different.
Yeah, and it's.
I mean, if this was the same thing, like hypothetically had Killing Joke been released in 2018, it would have been seen as a mistake.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think it's a bit of a knee jerk, and I like creators being able to play around with the toys and do whatever they want, because it's an imprint. It's not canon. It's them having fun with the characters. Yeah. What's the difference between that and then when they like do a future version of the character where they, they're married with kids and stuff? Yeah. I don't see a big deal.
I don't either.
Let's see. Going from DC to Marvel, Chuck Wendig has been fired from Marvel, taking off issues 4 and 5 of Shadow of Vader, and his to-be-announced book has been shelved. He had put some elements in the story, some LGBT characters that were not received well by internet fandom, specifically the Comicsgate troll people, and and he fought back a little too hard. So he got sick of getting hounded about it, and was vulgar and in his tweets back to his attackers. And so they said there was too much vulgarity and too much negativity in his posts. And so they said he was not civil enough to work for them. I'm of two minds here. I hate to straddle the fence on things like this, but I, on the one hand, it's not a Marvel account; it's his own. He was being personally attacked, and defending himself. But on the other hand, I censor myself on social media because I would not want my employers to be embarrassed by what I post, and would not want to put them in the position of, seeing something incredibly vulgar or horrible that has my name attached to it. So I see both sides, and I don't really blame Marvel. I don't know what the tweets were. I didn't look them up. But I can imagine. I've seen internet fights before, and they get pretty bad. So
also, how did he not see this coming? How was he not prepared for this? How was Marvel not prepared for this?
I think sticking an LGBT character in a book is not a big deal. I don't understand why you would be
Star
prepared.
Wars, you're messing with canonical things in a lot of these facts, and we've seen a lot of situations where, with Marvel in general, we're shoehorning. We're playing the Oppression Olympics, and we're putting as many, we're changing genders, and we're changing sexual orientations, and we're changing skin color on characters just because we think it'll get us pub, and people have not reacted well to that. And I think that was a negative thing for Marvel, and especially Star Wars fans.
Do people really care about that? I mean, outside of a certain segment?
Oh yeah, I've heard in many non-comic book pop culture things saying, well, at one point they made Thor a woman, and then they made Iron Man a woman, and then they made Captain America black, and then they turned in Supergirl Jimmy Olsen's black, and this and that and the other, and they people that aren't really in the comic world point to that kind of stuff all the time. And it's,
so they should be prepared for it. Doesn't mean they don't have the license to do it.
Correct.
Okay,
but you see things even in like Star Wars, like the girl that played Rose in Last Jedi had to delete her Twitter account, and multiple people associated with Star Wars have had to stop doing social media. Just outwardly hatred. They hated her character so much that she got attacked as a person for portraying a character. I mean, Star Wars fans are some of the most vitriolic just because they're very engrossed in that world and that character, and they for some odd reason feel ownership of it, which they have none. To a point where it's
so he
not
should have been
thing.
prepared, and he should have had thicker skin.
Yeah, you've got to. You can't
engage.
Yeah, you can't defend something that you don't own in a bad manner, because by doing that you're lumping that book, yourself, and those words all together. Even if it's coming from you personally, all those things are coming out of your mouth, and it associates with one another. And this is from a company that fired James Gunn for X and Y.
Yeah. And this guy's an older guy, but is this going to be a lesson that's harder for a younger generation to learn because they have basically been able to say whatever they want, or do you think it is a certain age group that is not getting the message?
I think if you've been on social media and kind of grown up with it, you know how to not feed the trolls and how to feed the trolls.
And then some of the older folks that are doing it now, coming later to the game, might not have that skill set.
Yeah, or think they have the ability to muddy those waters or make their way through, and they are wrong.
They're woefully unprepared
for
what is going on. All right, well, let's talk about the comic sales for September. We don't have the specific numbers, but we do have the top 10 and some of the aggregate numbers. So let's take a gander here. Do we have the total dollars? I don't know if we have that yet. I can't find it easily. Oh wait, there it is.
Up 1.6 million.
Yeah, $45 million from September. So that's the total. This year versus last year, it's down 6.5% in comic sales. But graphic novels are up 15%, and we'll get to why when we get down to the top 10. So overall, still down about 5% in total comics and graphic novels year over year. This is the end of the third quarter, so comics are down just versus the second quarter, the previous quarter, just down. They're flat, so 0.5%. So, but third quarter this year versus third quarter this last year, down about 0.8%, but not much. So year to date, we are down in comic sales about 7%, graphic novels about 6%. So still down. Not sure if this fourth quarter is going to be able to bring them up out of that or not, but so not 2018 turning out not to be as good as 2017 as far as selling comics.
I scrolled down a little bit. Marvel shipped 143 books this month. 99 comics, 44 novels.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of shelf space.
Mm-hmm.
And they win because of that. They sold 43% of all the comics were theirs. Comics and graphic novels were theirs. So 4 out of 10.
And they shipped 39 more books than DC.
DC's did a solid 32%, almost 33%. Image only 8 3/4, so not quite 9% of sales. Dark Horse pushing 3, IDW pushing 3. Everybody else below 2. But what was the cause for Marvel's win? Well, at the top, it looks like it was Return of Wolverine number 1. It was the number 1 book, followed by 5 DC books, and number 2 was Heroes in Crisis number 1. Don't know if you read that. Interesting beginning.
Which one was that one?
It's Tom King event, and it's like they're in therapy or something. I'm not really sure.
Oh my!
I just read the first one. I don't know if the second one's out yet, but I haven't read it yet. Doomsday, followed by Doomsday Clock at number 7, at number 3, at rank 3. Then we have Batman 55 at rank 4. At rank 5 is Batman Damn number 1, the Wang book. Came in at 5.
You're perpetuating what DC doesn't want.
Yes. Then Batman 54 actually sold less than 55. Thought it would be the other way around. It comes in at rank 6. And then we close out the top 10 with 4 straight Marvel books. Thanos Legacy number 1, which was good. Fantastic Four number 2 came in at 8. And then Amazing Spider-Man 6 and Amazing Spider-Man 5 comes in at 9 and 10. Also in the opposite order of what you would think they would be ranked. So, what do we think as far as over 100K? How many of these? 3? Top 3?
Yep, top 3.
Top 3. We think
I'm going to
Batman
say 4. I think 55 with that Matina cover B jumped enough to get above.
Pushed. That's what it is. It's the Matina cover B.
Yep.
Okay, that pushed it back over. So Damned is under 100,000.
Yep.
Okay. And then what do you think the number is for Return of Wolverine?
I have no idea on that one.
175?
It being number 1 was a shock to me, so I'm going to say 150.
150. Okay. And then as we slide down to graphic novels, Saga number 9 took the top spot. That's the last Saga for a while. Walking Dead Volume 30, New World Order, takes number 2. And Monstrous Volume 3 takes number 3. So 3 new Image graphic novels take the top spots. Then Oblivion Song Volume 1 takes the 4th spot, which I thought it was already out. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's new too.
Yeah.
So although Image dominates the top 4 spots in the graphic novels, followed by Batman Catwoman, the Wedding Album hardcover.
That's a hardcover, $18.
Yeah. Is that just... I wonder how many issues that is. 2 or 3?
Yeah, probably a couple.
Can't be too many.
I don't think it's none of the Prelude stuff either.
Yeah. Then we have Franklin Richards, A Fantastic Year, #1. Oh, it's a $7.99 book, so that could be like a... I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's just an oversized book that they're sticking in trades. $8 seems awfully low for a true trade paperback. Whatever. We have DC Superhero Girls, The Search for Atlantis, coming in at rank 7. Descender Volume 6 from Image, coming in at 8. We have Star Wars Darth Vader Volume 3, coming in at 9. And Action Comics 1000, that deluxe edition hardcover, which comes in and rounds out the top 10. So yeah, the when all the images line up together, and they're all coming out at the same time, they dominate with those.
Yeah, they do good.
And like you said, 99 comics from Marvel, 66 from DC. So really, with them selling 33 more comics in the month than DC, they didn't win by that much, like 8 percentage points.
Yeah, not a grand total. I mean,
so it's basically volume keeping them afloat.
They're putting DC's putting 2 books out for every 3 Marvel in the comic world.
Yeah. Image is right there with DC, though. They have to sell 66 books as well to get their measly 8%. So their market share is really suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else popping out at you at these from these early numbers?
Not a whole lot. One thing that I did notice is when we were talking about market shares, Image jumps up quite a bit as far as dollar shares, just kind of akin to how Image books are no longer ever $2.99, and kind of those books continue to rise. The independent books and stuff, you're not able to find a real value there anymore, because when you go dollar share over unit share, it goes up 1.5%. Because Image is no longer a cheap book.
No, there's not too many $2.99s left. Just a handful that are still at the $2.99.
Now, granted, I think a lot of those trades might drive up that, but yeah, just noting a lot of money per unit in Image there.
Yeah. Well, you want to take a look at the FOC?
Sure. Of course, the FOC is the final order cutoff. We bring this to you as your final opportunity to go to your LCS and continue to order these books from Diamond before it's too late and you're unable to independently order them, and you got to ask for a reorder or perhaps get them on the secondary market. So this is just us liking to comb over things for you, and of course you have the ability to get into your LCSs before noon on Monday and say, hey, add this to my pull, and they should be able to do that at their regular discount and essentially guarantee you that book. Of course, we do this through Cowabunga Comics. Eric has curated us a wonderful FOC list for this, and if you send an email to Eric with a C at cowabungacomics.com with a K, he can get you on that FOC list if that's not something that your local comic book shop does. He is also now highlighting a few books of his own, slightly taking the wind out of our sails on each and every FOC we do. And he has highlighted, or highlighted, I'm not sure how that works, the variant edition of Batman 58, a wonderful Matina cover.
That's
with
beautiful.
Good old penguin on the front. A Empty Man #1 pre-order variant by Jesus Hervas. A Typhoid Fever X-Men #1 1 in 25 version that he would like us to reach out to to Cowabunga Comics, and he can get you that for $40. It is a nice looking cover. And James Bond 007 cover C. He's reaching for the Raphael Albuquerque, one of the ones that he is featured on this. But Drew and I are the actual experts in this, so we will delve in and tell you guys what we think on this.
Eric's probably right.
He does have quite a bit of experience with this. I might sound salty and bitter, and I apologize for that.
Nothing from Dark Horse that jumps out at me. So yeah, I guess the next thing would really be that Batman variant for 58.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful Mantina cover, so definitely something to check out.
Yeah.
The variant for Green Lantern #1 by Frank Quitely is really amazing, and I just completely missed this during the solicitation cycle. So thank God for FOC, because now I can get it. I didn't realize Quitely was even doing that, so it's pretty nice.
And we are able to also, from Cowabunga, there is a midnight release variant that I still don't have a look at yet, unfortunately.
They're still not showing you the cover on that?
But man, that Quietly is pretty dope looking. Grant Morrison writing Green Lantern. Is it enough for me, Drew?
It's either going to be amazing or confusing.
Oh, it's going to be wackadoo.
You know, there's usually not a halfway point. You know, I think it's either really weird and you're like, what? Or you're like, oh, this is speaking to me.
Yeah. I mean, this is the man who brought you Damien. So, I mean, this is what we do.
Don't hold that against him.
I like Damien.
I know.
Oh, never mind.
Frank Joe Harley is great.
Yeah. I saw that cover B on the Frank Joe Harley. Oh, Nightwing. Ever so difficult for me.
This is Carmine Shirahama. I don't know. Not a great variant. Maybe the cover A is better. Is cover A better?
Yep.
Yeah. Second printing of Nightwing 50. You all know why.
Yep.
If you don't, I won't tell you.
Yep.
I think I spoiled it a couple episodes back, actually.
It's all good.
Yeah. Nothing else in.
All right, let's move on down to IDW, and from we got Star Wars Adventures #1, and I don't necessarily care.
What? How is that? Wasn't that what the other series was
this
called?
This is Destroyer Down, so it's a Destroyer Down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The second printing on Blackbird looks a lot different.
We're into Image now.
Yeah, we are in an Image.
Yeah, that's not the cover. That's a new cover, isn't it?
It's a new cover. Blackbird was good. Not great.
Might be worth reaching out to that. If people fell for that quite a bit, they may want to have that second print.
Dead Rabbit #2, last chance for that. It's the time in the episode where I apologize to Jerry Duggan again, because this was really good. The first issue of Dead Rabbit was really good, and I think when he came on to Deadpool, I maligned him mercilessly, and he was a hack. But I've really enjoyed like a lot of his stuff.
There you go.
Recently.
If you liked John Layman and you liked Chew, this is your last chance to jump on Outer Darkness before it comes out here in a month. So make sure if you like that. This is a book about mankind has colonized the galaxy, but during our interstellar travels, we discover a terrifying secret out in the outer darkness of space. Join Captain Joshua Riggs and the crew of the starship Charon as they encounter demonic possessions, hauntings, cosmic horror, and more, from John Layman and Afu Chen.
And the Virgin variant would just be the cover without any of the dress, right?
Correct. They do not give the heading or anything. It's just the art.
Take a look at that Matina and McFarlane cover for Spawn. You can't.
But you can imagine.
You can imagine it's really good. But the straight up Matina cover is nice.
Now, Drew, did you know how deep you were going to get on these Sienkiewicz covers on Walking Dead when you started ordering them?
No, it's killing me. They're going on forever.
We've got Jesus on 185.
They never end. I mean, I guess it's a year-long celebration. I probably should have saw this coming, right? I spent so much money on these, I'll never get it back.
All right. Anything else in Image, sir?
Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay. Anything else in Image?
Sir. Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Let's head on down to Marvel. We'll talk Amazing Spider-Man.
A lot of printings of the Nick Spencer, Ryan Otley team on Amazing. So a lot of interest in this book.
No love for issues 2 or 5, but everything else, love.
Now, the first issue sold 300,000 copies or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So we're on a third printing?
I think Marvel just does that.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Just make printings anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got a chance to get the Black Order. If you missed that, this is Derek Landry and Philip Tan from the Infinity War into their own Image series. I don't know what that is because I don't think I read that, so it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
There's a Champions B cover that has Rob Liefeld doing Wolverine and an X-Men on the cover. It's pretty nice.
Is the Black Order Thanos' henchman? From
sure.
You know how we watched Infinity War?
Yeah.
And we had Proxima Midnight and all that stuff?
Yeah. Is that what they're called?
Isn't that these guys in their actual name?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is Black Dwarf and Proxima Midnight and all those people who I slightly lost along the way.
Yeah.
So I'm actually interested in Black Order #1.
Okay. They were breakouts in the movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them. What was Eric's pick down here?
Mm.
Well, didn't he have a Marvel? It was like a 1 in 25 they had picked. The Typhoid Fever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's
the Martin variant.
Martin variant. $40. What is that deal?
A Marcos Martin variant.
Oh, Marcos Martin. I do love Marcos Martin. I just don't love him $40. What do you think about this Marvel Knights 20th coming back?
I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah.
Seeing what they're doing with it. It's cool that they would focus on that kind of thing to enjoy, to kind of be fans of. So, yeah, I'm going to check it out. Anything else in Marvel?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, those Marvel Knights I just noticed. We got some big ones in there.
Yeah, heavy hitters. We got Jai Lee for 50, a Mac for 100, a Quesada wraparound for 400 and 200. Yeah, some high dollar ones in there.
That is a nice looking Quesada, though.
Yeah. Last chance to pull the trigger.
Cowabunga's going deep on some of these books, so a lot of people aren't buying as many as they are. So this may be your only chance to get them from somewhere.
Yeah.
Did you do Shatterstar #1, or is that released yet?
Yeah, it came out last week, I think.
Someone was talking about that. I heard good things.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That was one of the odd characters. I think he was in Deadpool, and one of the characters in Deadpool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that entirely. The What If is back to a second printing already. That X-Men. Interesting.
Yeah, all right. Let's head on down to Boom.
Was this Ben Templesmith on Empty Man #1? Yeah, it's a Colin Bunn book
There you go.
with a cover by Ben Templesmith. We are big fans of Ben Templesmith.
Yeah. And I think his the way he does things fits with Colin Bunn and Templesmith got to fit together.
Yeah, they fit together pretty well.
Although that Vanessa Del Rey cover A is nice too. Wow. But that is an FOC incentive for Templesmith. So if you want that, you've got to find the ability to order it on an FOC.
Battlestar Galactic Classic #1. A lot of covers for that. Some expensive one. You can get a Walt Simonson's black and white incentive variant. That's only $15.
Yeah.
Chen black and white incentive for $30. A Jones black and white incentive for $40. And then you can get Jones cover A, cover B by Rudy, cover C by Chen. These are all cover less or less. Cover D, Daniel. I want to leave what that Simonson looks like. Old school Walt Simonson. That's what it looks like.
And then we have the James Bond 007 #1. And there's even a signature edition on this one, signed by Greg Pak. You can get. Do you like Greg Pak's writing? The Odd Job epic begins in a new ongoing James Bond series by superstar writer Greg Pak and Mark Lanning from Star Wars and Wonder Woman. Agent 007 tracks a smuggler into Singapore to secure a dangerous case. Contents unknown, but a Korean mystery man wants the case as well for very different reasons. And if Bond and his new rival don't kill each other, the ruthless terrorist organization named as Oru will be more than happy to finish the job.
And he's picking cover C by... Eric's picking cover C by Albuquerque. Raphael Albuquerque. And it is a very nice cover.
Yeah.
Good call.
And there is a Virgin incentive variant of that same cover as well. Or I assume that same cover.
Yeah.
Aftershock. Anything?
No.
Archie, Black Mask, Lion Forge, Oni.
Not really.
Doctor Who, the 13th Doctor from Titan?
Not for me. I mean, there is a Babs Tar black and white, which is kind of cool. Is there a color version of that? Did I miss that one?
Yeah, the cover A is Babstar.
Cover A is Babs Tar. I like her. She's cool. Yep, and that's it. Lots of good stuff there, though.
Absolutely.
Gotta decide what I'm gonna get. Or save that.
And from Zenoscope at the end.
That's it for me.
That's it for the FOC. Of course, we like to just parse through it and see if there's anything else that we want to make sure you guys don't miss and have to chase.
Yep. Before we hit to the sneak peek, we do want to remind you about the Comics for Fun and Profit spec bundle. This month, for October, you've got a couple of weeks left to get your orders in. It is $8.99 or 47% off cover price for 4 comics. They are Live Wire #1 from Valiant, Nice #1 from American Gothic Press, Wizard Beach #1 from Boom, and Lovetown #1 from Devil's Due. These have a retail price of $21. And is that right? Did I do the math right? No. 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12. Plus 5 is 17. 17. And you can get them for $8.99. So, good deal. Pick that up. We've done well with some of our other bundles. We don't do them all the time. But when we do, we have fun with them. And we think this is a good opportunity to check out some back half gems and that you might not normally find and get a nice savings. And we appreciate the good folks at Cowabunga Comics for helping us out there. They give us they can hook you up with this bundle. All you have to do is like to get on the FOC mailing list, you just send Eric at cowabungacomics.com an email. Or you can Google Cowabunga Comics and you can figure out ways to contact them that way as well. And you can say, give me that C4 Fat Bundle. And they'll say, what?
We don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
We don't associate with them.
Oh, yeah. And it should be, if you're a shopper with Cowabunga Comics, then on the order form, you'll see that bundle highlighted at the top. And you can just check that, and it'll pull all 4 of those into your order for the discounted price.
Very cool. All right, Drew, then let's head on over to previewsworld.com. Let's find our new releases and find out what's coming out October 17th, 2018. And, Drew, let's start where we love to start. Let's start in Image.
Do you miss starting with Dark Horse? I kind of do.
I really do.
It's not just me.
Nope, I'm with you.
Well, let's take a look at Exorcisters, number 1. This is written by Ian Boothby with art and cover by Giselle Legace. Did you sign a deal with the devil? Has your fiance been dragged to hell? Then Kate and Kate Harrow, Kate with a K, Kate with a C, should be the first ones you call for timely soul retrieval at a reasonable rate. I've read previews of this, like the first 5-6 pages. Real fun. I liked it. I liked what I saw, liked what I read. So I'm interested in this one a lot. I really enjoyed it.
I'm supposed to believe that a parent named one child Kate and one child Kate.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're like daughters of brothers or something. They have the same last name. I don't know. It's possible.
Interesting. I'm not sure why that would be a deal breaker for me, but I'm hung up on it.
Yeah, that's it. I can't go on. And this is the one. This was in a bundle from a couple of months ago, and this has a B cover by Pia Guerra, the great Pia Guerra, who of course did
Why the Last Man?
Why the Last Man? Yes, was stuck there. We have a Gideon Falls sighting, so it's nice to see another issue of Gideon Falls. It's number 7 with a new story arc beginning.
And if you're interested in curse words, we have a sawn in half variant.
Love the / cover B. It looks like the back side of the person that's on the cover of cover A. So it looks kind of like that. It's not.
Funny.
It's not a different character. But / Resurrection's been really fun.
Yeah. Anything else from Image?
I don't think so. Did I miss anything? No, I think so.
Dark Horse.
Another Black Hammer. Nice to see another Black Hammer. This has been really, really good. This is tons of fun, and that's really getting interesting now.
If you've liked any of Dark Horse's other books, jumping into the Dragon Age video game series, you have another opportunity with Deception, number 1. All right, let's head on down to IDW.
And Kyle's favorite, Rise of the TMNT #1. Look how big that turtle is.
And starting with this week, we will both have a spec pick of the week and a spec avoid of the week.
Spec and
I'm
Direct,
just
I
a
think
hater.
that's on.
I'm
That's
sorry.
on. Spec and Direct, I think that's on another website.
Yeah. All right, DC Comics.
Let's go to DC. Yeah, that's another great Matina cover. We're like broken records, but man, it's really nice.
Yeah.
That's a Batman 57 cover B. It's really nice.
Okay. Okay. Batman's not foil again. This one. Damage is foil, which is ironic.
Because it might be Damage.
Harley Quinn is foil.
There's the second issue of Cover, which is listed as a 6-issue miniseries, but the first issue was so good that I got a feeling this might come back.
Nice.
Harley foil does look nice.
Justice League Drowned Earth foil.
I mean, I really should have done more of these.
JLA Dark foil. That'll look good. Oh yeah.
Have you glanced out on the on eBay and to see if any of the foils are doing anything?
I haven't looked.
I haven't either. There hasn't been that many really. So let's see, Lucifer. That first issue. I don't know if I'm ready to go back to Lucifer again. Did you get the Nightwing foil, I assume? And the variant, are you still doubling up after 50?
I am.
So you said you were done at 50.
Correct.
And so then you got 51 as a foil, and you also got the variant?
I might have.
You lied to yourself.
I do that a lot. I wish I could quit you.
That Teen Titans looks cool too. Did we have cover images of these when they solicited?
I did not have that cover B image. That's cool.
That's really nice, isn't it? We should have seen this on FOC. I don't know why we didn't. Alex Garner. Put that name in back in your Rolodex. Kids, Rolodex is something that they used in the 80s to keep track of business cards. Business cards were handed out by people when they didn't have smartphones. I think that's all I have from DC. But to echo Michael Lamb's point from earlier, I love what DC's doing. I mean, they getting me interested in stuff that I don't have to jump through a lot of hoops. They're bringing these great artists in to do these things, and I don't know what's an artist get for a cover. It's more than 500, maybe 1,000 for a cover nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the day's work for them. They do really well. So probably more than a day for some of these.
Alex Garner did a cool version of Teen Titans 22 before this, so I should have known that these cover beats for them have been pretty darn good.
That sounds like me. Always a week late to the party. Month late to the party.
All right, let's head them down to Marvel.
Marvel Zombie #1.
In the list we've had several issues of Marvel Zombie. I don't know if this is...
It is the Ice Cream Man writer doing this book.
It's a good sign.
That is a good sign. W. Maxwell Prince is doing the writing. I never got into the Marvel Zombies last time, but I might check this one out.
Venom gets an annual written by Donny Cates and more.
That'll be fun. His annuals are fantastic, so highly recommended. And then I got the cover B, of course, coming. I have a Sienkiewicz sickness.
We do. We have a lot of
Wrong with me.
sicknesses for different
Yeah, I
artists.
know. Yeah, I do.
And X-Men Black Mystique #1 with an open to order J. Scott Campbell. Yeah, that's nice. And there's a Virgin option for it as well. And we talked about these mugshot variants being pretty good, but
Yeah,
no. We're going with Cabaret.
right. Not instead of, but yeah, they are nice. Now, who did we say Shuri is in the movies? Shuri is not the warrior. She's the tech
Is that the sister?
person.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Techno Genius sister. So this is the sister.
And you're saying in the comics though she's a warrior, more of a warrior.
No, I'm saying in the comics, Black Panther traditionally was his own tech genius.
Oh, and now they've rebooted to line up.
Yeah,
with
and
the
now we've got
movie.
her as the tech genius, which kind of takes from Black Panther, where he was always, top 5 smartest men in the world with all those abilities, and we've offloaded a bit of what made him special in the movies, and now I'm not sure how we're dealing with that in the comics.
Okay.
But good character. Enjoyed her in the movie.
The What If Ghost Rider #1 is written by the shirtless bear fighter guy. So that could be kind of fun and crazy. Sebastian Gerner.
I don't know that I know who Groroth is for the action figure variant.
No, me neither. Whoa, this is going to be tough. We're not even done
Nope,
yet.
we're heading into Dynamite. Luckily, there's nothing there that I care about.
Thank you, Dynamite, for making it easy. Oh, Kyle, did we get a Black Badge 3 FOC for you?
Oh, no, I didn't. We talked about it. I don't know.
I think we did. It would have been in a few FOCs, unless that was one of your camping trips. And I would have purposely I would have brushed right over it. So
You did. You douched me on the Moon Knight one, too, because I was out.
I'll teach you. Don't take any more vacations.
I can't help it. Happy wife, happy life. Come on now.
Really?
I have a comic book edition. The least I can do is throw a few vacations in her general direction. It keeps me afloat.
True. So Black Badge 3 FOC hair scene in incentive variant. You in for a penny, in for a pound on these. How long are you going to go?
I mean, this is a unique book that I think...
Is it a 4-issue miniseries or is it an ongoing?
I do not know the answer to that.
It doesn't look like it's a miniseries
I believe it's
anymore.
ongoing.
Tyler Jenkins, Matt Kent. Were they always the creators in this? I don't think so.
It's always Matt Kent.
Were
It was
they?
always Matt Kent. That's why I never got a cover A.
Oh, you're right. I don't even remember it being Matt Kent. That's crazy. What's wrong with me? Yeah, the first 2 issues were good.
All right.
So I'm
We
interested
got
in
our
this.
back half.
I'm not done. We're still in Boom.
Oh, sorry. Are you want that Garfield book?
No.
Hey.
Low Road West, the first issue was really good. And the second issue, this is the second issue that's available. And Welcome to Wonderland, that first issue was pretty good. And its second issue is out.
Low Road West #2. Art by Flaviano.
Flaviano.
Just wanted to say that.
Now, you may transition.
Oh, I'd already moved on. I'm sorry.
The second issue of Archie 1941.
Man. Just looks old.
I'm going to give one more of these a shot. Of course, it is only a 5-issue miniseries, but the first issue was not very good. I didn't think.
Okay, Drew, tell me about Ahoy Comics.
Oh, what do I know about Ahoy
I don't know, but
Comics?
somehow they have written by Stuart Moore and Grant Morrison, with art by Phil Hester and Shannon Wheeler. There's some big names.
What's the book? What's the book?
Captain Ginger. and it's anthropomorphic cats. I'll go ahead and read you this list, sir. When the human race dies out, the cats inherited the Earth, or at least one starship. Now the intrepid Captain Ginger struggles to keep his fellow felines united against a hostile universe. 35 pages of comic adventure with a bite by writer Stuart Moore from Deadpool, The Duck, and Batman Noir Alley, and artist June Brigman from Power Pack, plus an all-new text... Oh, this was the text story by Grant Morrison. Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, that's why...
That's right. That's how they got me before.
Yeah.
I've been swindled. Never mind.
Yeah, we caught that last time and we didn't like it. And we went poo on it.
Yeah.
So we've got Ogre #1, written by Bob Sally, with art by Sean Daly, and it's from Source Point Press, which I also know nothing about a reclusive beast who sits locked in a castle prison cell with the ghost of the corpse he is chained to.
Oh, jeez.
And now he must... It's a real upper.
Yeah, a real heart changer there.
And now he must decide if he'll join in on an escape plan that could set him on an adventure he's not prepared to embark on. Sounds a little down and depressing. Probably not a laugh at it.
The Source #1 from Scout Comics, written by Don Hanfield with Charlie Carvalho on art. The Source is the story of Bennett Miller, a high school teacher in East St. Louis, who still lives with his grandmother. One day, Bennett is approached after his class by a mysterious old woman, Mrs. Putnam, who tells him that magic is real and he's the one prophesized to return it to humanity. The only problem is it's been outlawed for thousands of years by the ancient few, a powerful sect, who hoard it to prolong their lives and will stop at nothing to keep it a secret. Based on true story, real legends, and actual folklore and myth. Co-written by History Channel's Nightfall writer, Don Hanfield.
Huh.
Interesting. Scout Comics, Source #1 sounds kind of interesting. That's
Scout.
Yeah.
Scouts had some minor hits, some minor spec books, so something to look at.
Speaking of minor hits, Stabbity Bunny #8, Richard Rivera, Dwayne Bibbix, back again. Stabbity Bunny train is pulling out of the station, Drew. You might as well be on.
Yeah, I've sold all mine, so I don't want it to get optioned. That's selfish.
It have.
That's so selfish. That's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, that's all I got. So, Drew, this is the part of the podcast where I say, what is your pick of the week? What is the one book that if you can go into your LCS, take your top loader, pick up that book, put it in there, and say, you know what? This is going to be the next Ice Cream Man. Sir, what you got?
It's going to be the cover B for Exorcisters, the Pia Guerra book.
Still on that train. You said it 2 months ago, and you're still saying it now.
I'm reinforcing my previous declaration that I think this is going to be cool.
You've got it over whatever that Image book was.
Yeah, or
no,
all of
that
those
was the
sweet cover Bs in DC, which you couldn't go wrong with either, because those are all pretty nice.
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure I pick up that X-Men Black Mystique #1, just because I love a nice little J. Scott Campbell that you can pick up. And I'm going to say Shuri #1 is going to fly under the radar, and that is my pick of the week.
Wait a minute. So, your actual pick of the week is going to be Shuri #1 after all that cool stuff that you mentioned? Okay. Mark this down. This could be a home run, or I don't know. Shuri #1. I would have never guessed that in a million
Black Panther
years.
made $1 billion. A lot of the people that came out of Black Panther talked about, Shuri, she's pretty cool. I like that. And now she gets her own book. Why not?
Yeah, but how often do we see movies actually influencing comics?
7 times a year.
No,
They made that up.
not even close. Maybe once. Maybe Guardians. It maybe blipped Guardians for a while.
If you guys, like Drew, want to poo-poo my ideas as far as pick of the week, feel free to drop us a line on Twitter, Facebook, or a Gmail. All of these things can be found at comicsfunprofit.com. Or if we missed something in this wonderful batch of books coming out October 17th, 2018, feel free to drop us a line and tell us what we missed and why it should have been one of our options for picks of the week. It is definitely a week where you want to head to your LCS and pick through a few things. So we enjoy it when we get some good books. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.
We miss nothing. Ever.